It's interesting. Through the nature of our relationship at Raven Intel, we speak with your customers on an ongoing basis. We get reviews when project work has been completed by Rizing. And what we're finding is a lot of success, both with delivery as well as overall satisfaction with these projects. Really, and that's unique in the space. And what I'd love to find out from you is, what is it that you feel that is causing this relationship with customers?
I think first and foremost, one of the things that uniquely identifies Rizing, I think, is the sheer amount of experience that we have in this space. And I think that is shown by the fact that we have more professionally certified consultants than any other organization, apart from SAP themselves, of course. But having that level of experience, which is been verified by SAP, shows that our consultants are true experts. So we come to the table, with that level of expertise. I think also one of the areas where we really show strongly is our level of, I suppose, customer-centric work, insofar as we really are key to put the customer at the center of everything that we do. It also helps that our consultants are, in many ways, top class. They're great. They're very good at their jobs, but they also understand very often the challenges of doing an implementation like this. A lot of people joined us from that side of the house. They were either HRIS consultants who had systems in their previous roles, or like myself, actually, I came from a HR background originally. When I took the leap to implement SuccessFactors, I really wasn't 100% sure what it was, but I just knew that my HR background would be very, very good at that stage. And 10 years ago, it was a good bet. And being able to walk in the shoes of the customer is huge. Being able to visualize what they need to do, where the wins are, how we can translate a successful project for them is huge.
In these projects, while we're talking so much about technology, it really comes down to the people on both sides. The quality of the team on the PS side, and the quality of the team on the customer side. That really makes sense. Along that vein, then, how do you approach your hiring, training, and development of your staff? What are some of the key attributes that you're looking for in hires of people?
I think, obviously technical skills are important, right? And the certifications that SAP have are a wonderful indicator as to whether somebody's delivered a project successfully and they're reasonably qualified. And as we've talked before, certifications show the level of knowledge, and they have to be, kept up to date by the consultants. So that's obviously an indicator that somebody has previous experience, which is lovely. But I think more importantly for me, consultants, in a way, the really, really successful ones, in a sense, to a degree, they're born, not made. You know what I mean? We love to hire people who have wonderful customer skills, who are able to consult in at a very deep level with customers. And also the key thing is having people who are not afraid to say no. Say no to the customer. That's not a good idea, and this is why. Our experience leads us to believe X, Y, Z. So what we really try to hire when we're looking to hire, talent, essentially, is we're really looking to hire people who can give that extra value to the customer. We can teach configuration, that's not an issue. It's actually being the customer's partner for the journey of the implementation is the really, really key thing. It also helps if they're passionate about what they do. But last and not least, for me, when I'm looking to hire, I want somebody who's going to fit in with our team. We have a closely knit team who, as we say in Ireland, love the crack, insofar as having a bit of fun, a bit of banter, and just being a team, caring about each other and looking to help each other out. And I think that translates into really good project work.
When implementation issues come up, or challenges, how do you handle them? How do you work with the customer to overcome those sticky wickets, as they were?
And I think preparation is key, right? Because if you can foresee and a lot of the issues that arise. And I mean, the commonality is you do see the same issues coming up over and over again. So by having very good methodology, by having open, transparent and regular communication with all stakeholders and good scoping as well. So you're level setting from day one, that's hugely beneficial. And even with all those things in place, you can still encounter issues, right? But dealing with them up front, dealing with them honestly, and stepping up to the plate as soon as they arise, dealing with them quickly, because problems, like everything else, if they fester, everything just gets worse and worse and worse. So we find by having those open, transparent conversations, but never being afraid to escalate internally in terms of bringing on our senior management. Our executive team and our senior management team really want what's best for the customer as well. But so by keeping the dialogue open, we have obviously, like every company, values. And one of the things is, do the right thing even if nobody's looking. But that also covers being open and honest both ways. And we really find that open, transparent communication goes miles. It really, really helps.
One of the things in the reviews from customers that we see is that your project teams seem to stay intact. So you don't have a lot of this churn on projects that we see typical of enterprise software implementations. What is your approach to that? Why is your team consistency higher than what we see on average?
I mean, I think it would be wrong of us to say that the teams never change, right? Because I think, like every organization, people come and go, and people move around the organization. They even change roles internally. But what we want the customer to feel, and it sounds like we may have done this successfully, is that it's consistent, right? So if we're a team approach and we're supporting each other, if one of those players, for all sorts of reasons, I'm convinced I'm going to win the lottery one of these days, any day now, any day, if I keep buying those tickets. But by having good continuity and sharing information, the customer should never feel that they've been, chopped and changed and things have been moved up and around. So I think that's absolutely key. But like every organization, sometimes people move on or move to different roles or get promoted even internally. And we do always have to be able to deal with that. That is, to be honest with you, a very normal part of project work. Particularly in the last year, we, like every organization, had to make sure that we were covered just in case the worst came to pass in terms of the global pandemic. We need to make sure that we've contingency in place. By having the unique global model that we do, it mitigates a lot of that from up front. So that should help, yeah.
What would you most want an SAP SuccessFactors customer to know about Rizing?
I mean, we're very lucky to be on a site like Raven, Raven Intel, where other customers can come and see what customers have said and how we've been rated and how we deliver. And I think that, the proof is in the pudding when you read those reviews. In terms of, one of the things that always strikes me about those reviews is the pressing questions that are asked in terms of, was it scoped correctly? Was it delivered on budget? Was it done timely? The responsiveness, those key areas to me are key. And customers can come, potential customers can come and read those reviews and see, this is something we're good at, and this is something we do, and this is something we're very proud of, essentially.